How do you do?
We're about to unfold the story of
The Son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father. Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father.
What are you gonna do about it? There's a monster afoot and you know it.
Well, we've warned you.
You've been warned.
I should oil this chair.
Well, this one
some
too.
WD-40 on them.
They both
Show up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's whatever. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein films minute by minute. I'm Tom Lang.
And I'm Bill Evenson.
Squeak it up.
And you join us for minute 10. We're up to minute 10. We are 10% of the way through this film. 10 weeks, 10% of Son of Frankenstein from 1939, starring Basil Rathbone, Josephine Hutchinson, Bela Lugosi. Actually, it's Bela Lugosi, according to Bela somebody, Brian Bela something, who follows us on Facebook. Give him a shout out.
Took me to task for pronouncing things wrong.
He didn't. Rick did. He likes to hear Bela instead of Bella.
It is Bela.
It is, and it should be. I agree with him. We should try and say Bela. That's the way I think it should be said.
I thought we were,
I thought we were too, but apparently not.
Whatever.
Or maybe I probably fucking blew it. We also had some guests on, and who knows?
Who knows what they said? Yeah.
You know, I'm getting up there in years. I'm in my second half a century, and you don't get a lot of half a centuries in your life.
No.
And I think I spent a lot of that, the first half a century saying Bela Lugosi. It's like a poem. It's like a song, Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
And
well, it is a song.
That's true. And they say that
they say Bela Lugosi's
dead. Yeah, they say
dead.
Bela Lugosi's dead in that. So there you go. There you go. Not my fault.
So it's Bauhaus's fucking
fault. It's Bauhaus's fault. But where we're going to get into trouble is Lugosi, which apparently, according to Brian Bela Schoenberg, or whatever his name is, should be pronounced Lugosi.
Lugosi. Well,
Lugosi.
Nobody fucking does that, and neither
Bela
are we.
Lugosi.
Neither are we.
Why are we talking about him? This is one of the minutes that doesn't have him in it.
Not even in it, yeah.
I think Peter should go right to bed. Elsa has had enough. Fucking A.
Will you shut up? Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
And then she just in case we're not clear on what she means, she says it's been a long trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Not for him necessarily.
Nope. I should think so. It's the U.S., London, Paris, with a precocious 4-year-old while his nanny is in Germany.
Yeah.
Right? Amelia is a sight for sore eyes at this point.
Yeah.
It was just like we said before. Yeah. We're 3 minutes from our station.
But you
go to sleep.
Go the fuck to sleep.
That would give me 3 more minutes. I don't know. If you're not a parent, if you haven't been a parent, maybe you don't. Like, I really do feel there was a point in my life where 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes would have been the world. Yeah.
But I had twins, too.
Oh, so that's true.
It was really tough if they didn't sleep at the same time.
Oh, man, I can imagine.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
I can't imagine that.
Well,
not that I
got to say, I only ever had the twins.
There were moments that were rough, not all the time.
Yeah, no, it's all been rough. It's been 16 years of, it's a fucking nightmare. I hate it.
Sorry I ever had them.
No. That's right. They even listen. They even listen. No, I think
take this out.
I think they know how much I hate them. Okay, so please. I'm going to start cutting stuff out now.
So Amelia's going to take little Peter up to bed.
Yep.
And Elsa asks, "Are the bedrooms cheery?"
Seems like a perfectly reasonable question.
It does.
No, that's
but apparently
awful,
not, because
terrible question.
Amelia is taken aback by it.
She is. It's clearly a loaded question. Like,
I guess
I'm going to call you out on this, Amelia.
Yeah.
Are the bedrooms cheery? I mean, this is a big deal. This is like the biggest thing that happens in this minute.
This whole scene, actually.
She looks around. It seems like maybe she looks at Wolf and then looks over at the fireplace. She's looking all around like, There's so many. We could probably get a whole episode out of just this shot of her looking around. Clearly, she doesn't like this question, and the answer she gives is a lie.
I think so.
Yeah, I wonder if she's looking around like in desperation, like, how do I get out of this?
How do I make this?
How do I think of a lie? Or maybe there's a part of me that's like, have you seen this? Have you seen enough already?
What do you think they're like?
Look around you, lady. No, the bedroom fucking cheery.
Yes, ma'am, quite cheery. I think you'll be surprised.
That's a good. She nailed it.
Yeah, the delivery is just spot on. Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised is a nice follow-up.
Kudos to Emma Dunn for that.
Yeah. I think what we do end up with the character, Amelia, she while looking around trying to struggle to think of something to say, realizes, I can't be held liable for saying that something's cheery. That's a matter of opinion. And so she goes with the best answer she can come up with. Yes, ma'am. I don't know about quite cheery. That's kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen them yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're great. Peter is enthralled. There was a point when I was making notes for this minute where I thought that maybe there was an editing that added up an additional pause, because she said there is that pause and she says, "Yes, madam." And when she says "Yes, madam," Donnie looks up at her. So I thought, oh, maybe that pause was introduced through editing and that Donnie was looking at
waiting for
Hutchinson. Yeah, waiting for that line to end, then looked at her when she said her line. But I don't think that, because of the way she looks around, the way she reacts to the question.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there was any kind of editing after the fact or a different intention than what we see.
It's kind of funny though, because what you do end up with is Donnie and Emma. Like, he looks up at her like with like he's clearly being given no direction.
No,
he just looks up at her in joy.
He was told basically what to do.
Yep.
And that's about it. Like, it's like the first scene that he's in on the train where she's tucking him into bed.
I guess maybe he was told to smile all the time.
I guess, but she says whatever she says, and we pointed out, it doesn't sound like she finishes her thought, and he just leaves.
And it's over.
And he's laying there like, look at his eyes kind of looking around, like, and then he finally closes them like, I guess we're done. I mean, I know it was a chaotic production.
Yep.
And it went way, way, way over schedule and way, way, way over budget.
What does that mean, way? Like a year? I don't
No,
know.
but weeks.
Okay.
If you read in that Magic Image, and it's also in It's Alive, the Mank book, there are reproduced memos from the production office. Well, we're trying to do a budget, but we have no idea what the director's doing, what they're shooting. We don't have a script. We have no idea when this is going to end or how much it's going to cost. So the studio was frustrated. I don't know why they didn't come down on him.
Because at that point, we're well into the period where we assume that they're a business.
Yeah, they're no longer a family operation. They no longer tolerate Wales eccentricities, or it was a factory at this point. They were grinding out family entertainment.
And I guess they're new to this part of it. Like, this is a new thing for that management to say, we're going to have Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. I don't know what I'm saying. But what we see, what history shows, is that following this, boy, are they a factory. They can pump these movies out. They can kick them out. Yeah, they know what they're doing by the end.
You get to like some of those like Jungle Woman, Jungle Captive, whatever,
yeah.
And 30% of them are stock footage anyway. And they were shot in like a week and a half. Yeah, they become not necessarily poverty row, but certainly those production styles of just popping these things out like crazy.
Yes, there's like a hierarchy, and this era we're in now is not the Laemmle era. No. That's the peak.
Those were prestige pictures.
And then we're still well above poverty row.
Well, this is an A production, and it's the last one. Maybe The Wolfman. Certainly going forward, they become definitely B movies. Still, I think these are
Bud Abbott, Lou Costello.
That's probably an A picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks quite elaborate, and I mean those sets are amazing.
Yes,
where we get to things like House of Dracula, where the laboratory set looks almost like it's the inside of a barn with
like
a few.
This room we're in now.
Yeah, basically.
By the time we get to that minute, we'll just put up minutes of us doing the movie, remaking it minute by minute, in our shirts, in our T-shirts. She can't conceal the bedrooms. I mean, it's an odd thing that's happening here.
Don't go in there. Don't look. No, they're fine. They're fine. They're all right.
Like elaborate comedic routine where it's, I just want to go to bed. Oh, but have you seen the candelabra?
Yeah.
You know. So she's got to make that choice. It's just a matter of opinion, so she'll be fine. But also, my assumption is that Elsa's going to be going to bed soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be nighttime, but I guess I'm...
Well, I mean...
it's also raining, so...
How much earlier does Peter go to bed versus them?
Peter? Well, they've been trying to put him to bed all
for hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're up for a while after this.
So... I'll talk about the script later, but one of the things Wolf does say is, well, you go on to bed. I'm not tired. And that's kind of what happened. So then that's done. Then Wolf and Elsa have they go up the steps. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Amelia takes Peter up the steps. Then it focuses on Wolf and Elsa. And according to Wolf, it's number 1, medieval. It's number 2, exciting. And number 3, it's exhilarating.
Isn't exhilarating just a higher form of exciting?
Yeah.
And what was the first one again?
Medieval.
It
doesn't look medieval to me.
Not right now.
It looks more Germanic, expressionist from like the 20s more so than.
I would even go so far as to say it might be more modern than that.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But then it's mostly shadows.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the Black Cat. It's not that.
Not that Bauhaus.
Modern.
Again.
Yeah. It's not that. But there's almost an element of that with the way that the stairs
with the starkness and the
starkness.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't have that sort of the gothic trappings that the previous 2 films have.
Yeah, there's nothing on the walls.
No, not a thing, which we mentioned
fucking
before.
thing on the walls.
Yeah.
And that's going to get even more obvious in other
there's a few scenes
later.
Where it looks
like
they're
when
in
you're
front
talking
of
about the laboratory, especially.
Proscenium, they're just in front of a scrim.
Where? What?
When they're having breakfast or whatever, it's flanked by those 2 gargoyles. And there's a completely blank wall that stretches like 30 feet across.
It's white space.
Yeah.
It's important. It's very meaningful for that shot.
It is. It's negative space.
It's negative space. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
And Elsa looks a little less impressed than Wolf is.
Wolf briefly almost becomes aware of Elsa's feelings.
Yeah.
Like he almost notices her feelings. But no. He says, "Why, don't you like it?" Yeah. Which, again, all the interactions in this minute kind of feel that way to me. Like, well, are the bedrooms cheery? What are you trying to get me to say here? What's your deal?
What do you think?
Why, don't you like it? Oh, nobody wants to
wants to commit. Yeah.
Commit to anything.
Yeah, it's sort of this non-committal, passive-aggressive.
Except
Wolf.
There's one thing that's happening here, and it's Wolf loves this.
He's just getting a boner for this place. Yep.
He's totally got a big erection.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he's holding that box. Nope, take the box.
Yeah.
It's basically dick in the box.
Yeah.
He's doing dick in the box.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Follow us? No.
Then you really feel like you belong here already.
Yeah.
And oh man.
Yeah.
I am home.
Is this before Daddy, look at me, I'm way up here
it's right after that.
Daddy, look at me, I'm way up here on a mountain.
I just wrote that Peter babbles some gibberish from the top of the stairs.
Daddy, look at me, I'm way up here on a mountain. And he says, I love the response though. Good night, son. Yeah. He doesn't even acknowledge it. It's great.
Yeah, that's cute. You go to bed.
Also, I noticed that we get a good shot of Peter's legs, and all that makes me think about is that Mystery Science Theater episode. I think it's Godzilla vs. Megalon, where they have a shot. Because all those Godzilla movies, not all of them, but like the 70s ones.
Certainly the Gamera ones.
Yeah,
the
kids are always running around.
He's got like a jacket on and like the shortest shorts that are allowed by law.
Well, in this one, in Mystery Science Theater one, there's a shot where they've all been knocked out by some gas or something. And the camera pans across his legs to get to him, and so the like Joel, I think it is, goes, "Say," and then they go, "Oh my God, oh no!" And they realize it's the little kid, and that's the creepy,
that is Godzilla
weird
versus
thing that's
Megalon,
going here. And it's not a mountain; it's
a flight of stairs.
It's not a mountain, but what it reminds me of is Peter Cushing could push Peter over. That'd be
yeah, where's Cushing when you need him?
Amelia's not played by Peter Cushing, or else
unfortunate. Otherwise, this film
solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, this film could be a lot easier to stomach.
So I said we talked about why don't you like it, right?
Yeah,
because that's what he says.
Yeah,
he says, okay, so this is interesting to me. I'm referring to the Universal Film Scripts classic. What did you call it? The Magic Image series. That's got the script here. Okay, Elsa, Wolf, how long are we to stay here? Actually, there's a check mark next to that. I don't know. Like somebody was like, we're not saying this. Wolf says, a little miffed, but polite. Well, not any longer than we like. I'd rather hoped you'd like the place. And then in parentheses, Elsa is obviously ready to deny that hope, so he continues quickly. Wolf, wait till morning, darling. When you see the countryside in daylight, you'll fall in love with it, I promise you. And then I'm just going to say this. Elsa says, where are we to sleep? And Wolf says, oh, the bedrooms are magnificent here. The Elector Charles of Brandenburg used to come for miles to sleep in one of our beds. Parentheses, Elsa isn't buying up his funny joke, and he concludes rather lamely. Of course, that was back in the 17th century. That may have changed since then. Tired? Elsa, dreadfully. Well, you go on to bed after you have some coffee. So I know you love, this is your favorite part of the podcast.
Yep.
When I read from something, when I read prepared materials.
So where's the funny joke?
I don't understand what on earth that is in reference to. Yeah. I don't understand the statement, so that doesn't help.
No.
It's funny just to me that the script actually does mention the bedrooms.
Yeah.
And the Elsa in the script is like, well, where are we going to sleep?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't even think there are
There are,
bedrooms.
yeah.
Like, are we going to sleep in the stable? Is there some hay we can lay on? Yeah, there you go.
It is an odd structure. It is not very inviting.
It doesn't look
not
like
very
someone lives there.
Yeah,
It
looks
looks
like no
those
one's ever
stairs
lived.
go to nowhere.
Yeah, that no one's ever lived there.
Right.
Because there's, like you said, nothing on the walls. Big.
Igor
empty.
took down all those tapestries,
Yeah.
sold them for, what does he want? To get a flute? Or what does he have, a recorder or something?
An ocarina. Or
Ocarina.
whatever. Yeah, it's a horn, I believe. Some kind of horn.
Like a, seems more like a, what does Woody Allen play? Like a,
A clarinet.
like a clarinet kind of thing. Oh, then she says, at the very end of the minute. So what is she going to say?
We'll find
I
out.
want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This place is a nightmare.
Yeah. You're welcome to stay. I'm going to the hotel in town.
I only regret that I have one life to lose for my country. There's another one she might be saying that. I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Do you think she's going to say that?
I don't think so.
All right, follow us on Twitter. Yeah.